on. And hello, everyone. Hello,
Yo.
hello. How are we doing? My name is Fiona, and welcome to this very special live stream of, what am I rolling? A twice monthly tabletop RPG one-shot podcast right here on the OneShot podcast network. I hope you're doing very well wherever you are in the world. Sorry, I lost my script there for a second. And thank you for joining for this first actual play stream of the year, which is Monty Python's Cocurricular Medieval Reenactment program, aka the official Monty Python tabletop role-playing game by Crowbar Creative and published by Executive Funeral Press. Look, we've even got a book here and everything. How exciting!
Wow!
Like I said, my name is Fiona. I use she, her pronouns. And for a quick visual description, I'm a white woman with mid-length blondie brownie hair, and I'm wearing my typical Lucian Yak uniform, sort of an azure blue.
As an official sponsor.
Official sponsor, not sponsored at all. And yeah, as I said, I'm the host of What Am I Rolling? And I'm normally the person that usually runs the game, but today we've got a very special guest here who will introduce themselves in a moment. But yes, so I'm going to be a player for this particular game, and I'm also going to make sure all the tech goes right. Fingers crossed. Let's go around this wonderful cast for today's game. We're going to start with Nathan, then we'll go on to Naomi, and then finally Brian. And I would love you guys to introduce yourselves first, like who you are, where we can find you on the socials, quick visual description if you can, and a quick warm-up question. As always, I like my warm-up questions. And today's question is, because we've got a lot of different fun dice in this particular game, I want to know, what is your favorite die or dice and why? And of course, I should go first. My favorite die is the D12. Because I think there's just something about it which I just love to roll. I like seeing the low and the high numbers of it, and particularly in this game. So according to this serious silly conundrum, it's neither silly or serious. It's just pure neutral. And you know what? That's me. I'm just pure neutral and everything.
I think you're dead brilliant.
Oh well, that's not on the conundrum though. Or continue. Not even that is a conundrum, but it's
illegal.
Yes. All right.
Hi, everybody. I am your androgynous android late night DJ, Nathan Blades, tabletop RPG designer, voice actor, streamer, and general internet ne'er-do-well. You can catch me as the voice of Captain Oromar Vale on the Campaign Skyjacks podcast, also part of the OneShot network. And you can obtain my tabletop RPGs for very affordable prices at theneoncaster.itch.io. For what I'm wearing today, I am a black non-binary mask in a high top fade, very rectangular dark blue glasses, and very kind of billowy dark clothing to kind of evoke the nature of the very nice character I will be today. In terms of my favorite die, it's a toss-up between the humble D6, which is used in so many games and is available to everybody, or just a deck of cards. I love a deck of cards as a conflict, as a random resolution solution.
Oh my god, that's not a dice.
Send me to tabletop jail. You won't. You can try. Passing on to the illustrious, wonderful Naomi.
Hi, I'm Naomi. You can find me all over the internet at Naomi Thinks It. You can find recent things that I was in with Nathan. We were doing Heart for Romerick and Deckard, and that was sick. I'm white girl, kind of reddy brown hair at the moment, but it's blue on the ends because I had an accident with a color remover. And I look like if a dumpling was made flesh, essentially. That's kind of the vibe that we've got going on. And my favorite dice is the D6 because everybody's got one and he's always there. And I love a resolution mechanic that says success with a cost.
Yes. Absolutely.
Amazing. And Brian, please introduce yourself for us, please.
Hi, I'm Brian Saliba from Crowbar Creative. I am on most socials as Crowbar Creative, and I'm the creator and co-author of Monty Python's Cocurricular Medieval Reenactment program, which is out as of right now to our backers and is going to be hitting shelves. I believe that I heard that it was going to be there on March 5th. That was our street date, which I'm not even sure if it's announced yet. And I might get in real big trouble for saying that. But
oh, well.
Wop, wop.
So be it. I am a typical TTRPG, bald, bearded guy that's at least 3 times as old as everybody else on this stream. They're also very British, and I am very not. And so they're going to have to suffer through me putting on horrendous simulations of British accents.
Oh,
It will
wow,
be nails
okay.
on
Oh, hey.
chalkboard for them. And then next time y'all can run a game for me where we, play people in
Or
the
play
Switch
cowboy.
it
southern
round.
United States.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Uh-huh. Well, what's your favorite die, Brian? You got to answer.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Sorry?
Favorite die, the D8. I find the D8 to be very dashing and svelte.
That's amazing. Well, thank you, players.
X card.
No, absolutely not. Thank you, players and Brian. I think we're all ready to go start this game. If you enjoy the game that you see here today and you want to pre-order your own copy of the Monty Python official role-playing game, there's a link in the chat. But the website, in case people want to know, it's montypythonrpg.com. So go check it out after the stream. It's a fun, silly game, and we're gonna do our best to invoke those vibes here today. But until then, I want to hand it over to our wonderful head of light entertainment. So, Brian, please take it away for us.
Oh yeah, and the other bit of visual flair, I'm wearing an official head of light entertainment sash.
Whoa.
Well,
It's giving BBC.
which
I'm very
those-
impressed.
It's actually ripping off the old BBC scroller. And a little touch that my brother and co-author came up with is that if you look very closely at the globe, it's just all Britain.
Yeah.
Amazing.
As the Victorians would wish.
So we are going to be participating in this very serious historical pedagogical undertaking, and I'm very happy that we've found three people in this day and age who are committed to deepening their understanding of British history. And I am humbled and honored to be serving as your head of light entertainment this evening. However, I am not me. I am portraying one of 18 head of light entertainment personae, and Fiona and I did a roll to figure out who exactly I was going to be portraying, and that person is Sir Abe Sappenheim. And we've got a visual for this fellow.
Oh, yeah.
And with regard to the game mechanics, or rather the program mechanics, for you, the participants, it's incumbent upon you to try and deduce what this person goes in for and what they don't like. If you displease the Sir Abe, then you will incur demerits in the form of these tokens, which you can then write down. And if you please Sir Abe, then you will get a merit. And I think we will discuss how those things are used when those things come up. But it's up to you to track your merits and demerits, and it's up to you also to let me know if at any point you hit 3 demerits, because then Sir Abe has had it up to here, and there's a beshroomment coming.
Oh.
Now,
is there currently a record for merits and demerits?
I do believe it resets if you hit the trigger total, so you can't. But hey, I'd like to see what your running total was.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a challenge who gets there first. That's what Naomi's trying to do.
Yep, I've had groups that try very hard to avoid beshrooments, and I've had groups that try very hard to incur as many as possible. So I think we know which way Naomi is leaning, which is fine.
What?
Now, Sir Abe is currently has been placed in this position by the BBC, but he is by no means tenured, and it's always possible that he could be sacked as a result of certain things coming into play, in which case a new head of light entertainment will be brought to bear. But for now, you have Sir Abe, and what you get from him, or what you have to work from, is his picture, his quote, which is, "Our ratings gave us 97,300,912 and ITV not." And you have a little bit of backstory on him. He's the chairman of Amalgamated Money TV. And in truth, he couldn't possibly care less about light entertainment. So certainly the right person for the BBC to put in charge of this program. So for this program, you will be embarking upon a quest known as the Princess Bridle, in which unattached young monarchs keep traipsing off to a kingdom in the Cambrian Highlands known as Happy Valley, and they don't come back. For the first time in history or future, England is running perilously short on pretentious toffs. So it is up to you to solve this dilemma, should you so choose. So you find yourselves in jolly old on a road, much like any other, and it's a beautiful, gorgeous Midlands afternoon, which looks like overcast and spitting rain, presumably. And four of you, I believe, or five of you, including your retainers.
Yes,
true.
Are presumably already in each other's company and know each other. So you give us an idea of who our heroes are.
Well, I guess I'll go first. Hello.
I think you should.
Hello, it's me, your queen, or one of many queens, possibly. My name is Petunia Volsnow, but Petunia or Petty is fine. I am a sort of like a very, I want to say like a very sort of English rose type character. So like big cheeks that are sort of like blushing, like pink with the cold and the drizzle a little bit. My hair sort of down a little bit. Maybe I've got like a very cool hat, but on top of that, obviously I have my crown. It's very important to make sure that people know who I am. I also have like a sort of a nice long sort of cloak, and next to me I have my handmaiden, whose name is, she says, looking around the room. I'm not going to say that one. Shovel. Yes, I have my handmaiden Shovel. We'll call her that. Who's again a slip of a girl, but is basically just anything I drop, she immediately catches it. She's very good at catching all my things. So yeah, and yeah, she's just sort of
play
looking
baseball.
out. She's on like some sort of rounders team, I think. But yeah.
So Queen Petunia.
Yes.
You are a queen, in fact. You are a monarch.
You noticed.
Are you do you have anything on your person, or perhaps that Shovel is carrying for you, that is of note, or that might be noticed by someone upon encountering you for the first time?
Absolutely. So one thing you'll notice is I have my pedigree parchments clasped to my hand, because sometimes people think that the crown is like a sort of, maybe it's a bit au fait, it's a bit like too in your face. So I've got the credentials to back it up. I've also got, probably that my handmaiden is carrying my ceremonial robes. I think it's just a bit, that's a bit too full on, but she's got the full on like sort of like Dalmatian type, like dotted sort of encrusted robe. And yeah, those are the main things there. She's got a few things as well, but I'm not aware what they are just yet. But yeah, she's carrying my sort of luggage.
Great.
Following behind Her Royal Highness, Ms. Volsnow, is this very gaunt, shadowy figure. From the distance, you would expect it to maybe be almost as if the Grim Reaper was following behind this beautiful young queen. Actually, to check, how old is Queen Volsnow?
I think she says she's about 10 years younger than she actually is. So we don't really know. I think she's obviously of age, but
yes,
it gets to a point where you're like, clearly she remembers things that you're like, that's definitely, when we say like, oh, the 80s was like 50 years ago or something like that, or 30 years ago, and you're like, oh my god, that kind of vibe.
Gotcha. I think for multiple reasons, this person would still refer to you as young, because it's the polite thing to do. But following behind this monarch is a very shadowy robed figure. There's just this weird chill in the air around them, like it's all slightly desaturated in terms of the color around them, and emanating from this shadowy hole where the head should be, and this kind of robe pulled up as a kind of like, oh, it's a very pleasant day to have a stroll. Actually, this is quite delightful. And as a hand extends to check whether it's raining, and it's not, so the hood comes back, and it's just this beautiful blonde-haired, very Griffith from Berserk kind of entity. The one Odobert, the royal advisor and magician to the queen. I must accompany you in all your turns around the grounds, you see. So I'm glad that we've chosen a pleasant day for it.
Yeah. Oh, you there? Okay. Phew, you just creeped up on me.
Oh, don't worry, I'll always be behind you, Your Majesty.
Oh.
Cool and chill. Well, I'm playing Gregory, and I am a pig oiler. I live to oil pigs, and I am here because of a quirk of the throne. My pig, Pigothy, is next in line after you. So I'm just in case, I'm taking Pigothy, just in case he needs to be, just in case he needs to be a monarch. So yeah, that's me, Gregory, and I have some filth, and I have some sticks, and I have a large sort of semi-sexual truss, which did come in the book. I believe it's good for nuns, but currently it's just for Pigothy to do his stretches.
You've got to make sure that the next heir is fit for the role.
And oiled.
And well oiled.
And how are we spelling heir there, Adalbert? Presumably your way, because you are yourself and
how am I spelling Adalbert?
No, I meant heir. Because for you, you were
yes,
one
because
who bends
my particular magic of choice, of course, the most, or any enchanter worth their salt is going to be affiliated to one of the 4 elements. Guess which ones? But mine of choice is air. In particular, being the AIR of a variant. The idea of being a, I don't know, genetomancer would be fascinating, but probably illegal in most countries.
And Adalbert, do you have any items on your person that would be readily noticeable by someone?
Well, I must say, while I'm taking my raincoat out, people say it's a little severe, but I think it just means it's very formal. With the hood down, you can now see the bright pink feather boa I have underneath.
Aw, babe.
Very nice.
You've got to make sure that people know that I have a fun side. There's a smile like icy death that can be felt from miles.
Amazing.
All right. Well, there you are on the road, and I'm not sure where you're going. Perhaps someone who is watching or listening can suggest what mission it is that you're on, that you're about to be diverted from. You see approaching you from the opposite direction a court functionary, and he is wearing billowy black breeches and a doublet and a vest, which is all of it is black, and the vest also has large yellow smiley faces encrusted in jewels sewn into it, and he is he's making his way towards you on this path at a very brisk pace, and you see that he's glancing behind him at regular intervals as he goes, and he seems so preoccupied with whatever might be behind them that he's almost upon you before he notices that you're there, and he skids to a stop in front of you and says, "Oh, pardon me, didn't see. Oh, my lady, Queen Petunia, no less.
Yes, you noticed.
Fancy meeting you on the road here." And he gives a very polite bow. He's clearly some sort of, he's in
proper
court livery.
Yes, of course. And then I sort of go, yes, and then I'll go to Shovel, and I'll be like, who's this? Like, I don't recognize this person.
No, you don't. But you do you have lawfulness by any chance?
Lawfulness? No, I think I've only got my traits. I've got authority, purpose, strategy, and luck.
Okay.
Lawfulness.
All right.
I have lawfulness.
Perfect.
Oh, great. What are you, silly or serious in lawfulness at the moment?
I'm good heavens. Well, I'm on the right-hand side of the scale, so I believe serious.
No, you're on the silly end of things, I'm afraid.
Damn it!
Nice try.
I thought I would get away with it.
If you really want to, that you can roll for it, but he's probably just going to tell you. And actually, maybe Shovel would recognize the livery as well. You know that is from the court of King Otto of the famed, mysterious, and fabled kingdom known as Happy Valley, which is no one really knows where it is, and it's purported to be just bursting at the seams with the happiest people imaginable, and also great riches and really excellent pubs, everything.
Great
everything
riches, you say.
So maybe Shovel recognizes the livery and says, "Don't know who he is, but that's the Happy Valley livery."
Yeah. Apologies. I had so many heraldries, so little time. You're from the Happy Valley, Sarah Lancashire's place. Yes, I remember. How goes it in the Valley of Joy and Whimsy?
Oh, thank you very much for asking. Yeah, wonderfully well. Yeah, great. Yes, great. He's looking behind him. He's looking nervous. He is smiling.
Tense, sir.
No. Don't know what would give you that idea. Look, your ladyship.
Yes.
I don't know if you've heard about the troubles in Happy Valley of late, by any chance?
Oh, I all I hear is good things. It is so happy and joyous. If only my kingdom could also be happy and joyous, would be. I just
Oh, don't worry about it. They just have a very good marketing campaign.
Oh, okay. Yes, indeed.
And it says, yes, indeed. Oh, it's a barrel of laughs every day. A new lark. It's just wonderful.
But
However,
yes.
I think all of you would be aware that a lot of young royals of late have been heading off to Happy Valley in pursuit of the hand of the princess, and none come back. So that much you would have heard. And let's see, why don't each of you roll a d6, and let's see what other little tidbits of Happy Valley intel you might have come across in your travels.
Yeah, why not? That is a 2 for me.
Okay. You have heard that King Otto is simply desperate to get Princess Mitzi Gaynor married off at last.
Mitzi Gaynor.
What a great name.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 1.
Okay. You have heard, and bear in mind, this could be rumor, this could be fact, you don't really know, but you have heard that Happy Valley is indeed the happiest place in the world because King Otto has all malcontents and dissenters executed.
Yep.
Classic.
Bold choice. But it's only rumor.
And I also got a 2, so I also know that woman needs to be married.
Now let's roll again.
Okay. I shall. Roll it. 5.
All right, you, I guess, in the at the pig oil coffee
The waxing
room
parlor.
have, they traffic in gossip down at the pig oilery.
There's
You
not a lot to do when you're oiling a pig.
You have heard that King Otto's Happiness Act mandates performative happiness on pain of criminal sentence. And he has enacted a smile claims court to mete out this justice. So when this fellow this court functionary who hasn't given a name, he's just sort of bowing, and he clearly knows courtly etiquette. He knows how to behave with a royal, probably to Petty's chagrin a bit. He's not groveling, but he's very much performing all the necessary genuflections, and says, "Yes, well, they're wonderfully happy place, indeed, wonderful place. But yes, just a bit of trouble, nothing."
A bit of bother, spot of bother. Oh gosh, well,
just the spottiest spot.
Oh well, please. I would love to help out in some way. You know, kingdoms are better united.
Oh, my Royal Highness, you're so generous. But we were on our way to the local druid to make sure that the paternal testing of pigothy is actually the next for the heir.
Yes, but maybe we could wait on that a little bit, maybe a day or so. The result's going to be the same no matter what, and a distraction.
Okay. I would say that it's something we should resolve relatively quickly, but you are so generous, Your Highness.
You noticed?
Yes, of course. And you, sir, I do admire the particular shade of black, very trendy. But your smile seems to be a little strained. But don't worry, you're outside of the kingdom now. You can feel to be yourself. Let a little gossip loose. Here, have one of my oh gosh, I didn't think of it on the moment. St. Bertie's brand chocolates, and just ease the spirit.
Okay,
take a load off.
What are these?
So among my inventory is a box of chocolates. I've decided to specifically give it a brand name at a swing at a thing.
Great.
We see the box opened on camera, the kind of velvety, expensive purple ink for the box available as it's opened. Go and take a load off. Let us know your thoughts. Relax.
This isn't the Wizzo brand box of chocolates, though, is it?
Oh gosh, they probably did have an actual name, and I shortcutted it to box of chocolates.
All right,
but sure. Let's hit rewind on that. It is a Wizzo brand box of chocolates. Thank you for the fact check.
I'm sure they're not Smarties. Is that what you're saying? That's what I thought you were saying.
Okay, well, those are very interesting. They have among the items, I mean, among the confections are, oh dear, the one that fires metal springs out of your cheeks when you bite into it.
What?
There's
prank ones. Oh god. Well,
there's the one with Lark's vomit is another. Let's see. That is this is your subtlety accoutrement. This is Wizzo's assorted chocolates box of, yes?
Yeah, ideally, I want to try and convince him to relax and open up about some circumstances that are on his mind. And maybe also a number of cogs and springs will explode in his mouth alongside the caramel flavor. But we'll see.
Firing shards of metal always chills me out.
Absolutely.
Sick.
This product has never been recalled.
There are 6 types of confections in here, so why don't you roll a d6 and let's see which one you get.
Heck yeah, this is even before I roll subtlety. I love this.
No
that's
pressure.
a 5. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
A 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have given him a ram's bladder cup.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, this one is not nearly as awful or potentially lethal as some of the others. And he likes it very much. Now you can tell he's very, very hesitant to speak openly, but you have 1 through with the ram's bladder cup, and he pulls you aside and says, "Yeah, right. We can get real. Yeah, it's fucked."
There's a gasp and a hand over the mouth at like the swear from a court official, but Aldebert does not say anything.
I put my filthy
my.
hands over Patoon's ears just in case.
Oh yeah, no, this he would never do that in front of the queen. This is just for Adalbert because he's given him a chocolate. He says, "Yeah, I'm not going back. Oh, the queen sent me out to find more royals to come, so she can finally marry her daughter off. But I'm out, and I ain't going back, Gov."
Okay. Well, your secret's absolutely safe with me. Don't worry. Icy smile. When you say looking for royals, I don't suppose you're this one Mindy. Sorry, my handwriting is terrible.
Mitzi, isn't it?
Mitzi,
yeah.
thank you. This one, Princess Mitzi, is one of these modern age pansexuals. Would they be interested in a wider range of genders as a beau, by any chance?
Oh yeah.
Or perhaps Pigothy!
A glance. For a very short frame, the steeliest, murderiest glare, and then it's gone. Oh, or perhaps Pigothy, although I do think that would be illegal. Very, very illegal.
Well, be honest, she's been trying to marry her daughter off for so long, she'd take just about anyone, as long as they're in the book.
What's wrong with her?
Mitzi, princess? Oh, why, nothing. She's the kindest, sweetest, most empty-headed princess you could ever come across. Known far and wide for her fabulous tits and her wooden teeth, which she polishes and every night.
Then why will no one marry her?
It's the lack of hobbies, I think.
No, it's
No men like that in a woman.
Ugh, really?
If
Reddit is anything to go by.
It's the old king, you see. He puts a challenge before any suitor, and well, they don't go very well.
Challenge. Well, I mean, I must protect Her Royal Majesty at all costs and make sure that she is safe in all endeavors. And I do hear that the local laws in Happy Valley can be a little stringent sometimes, but I'm so glad you could share this with us and that you can feel safe within our Royal Highness. And again, in speaking volume, so the Queen can hear, you can feel safe in the Royal Highness's kingdom and free to speak freely to members of the court like us. I'm so glad you feel safe here.
Oh, yes. And I'm most gratified that you are willing to take up this challenge. And at the very least, Queen Petunia, if you would just have a look at Princess Mitzi Gaynor and perhaps help your royal cousin, Queen Syllabub, decide how best to prepare her for marriage.
I sort of take Gwegothy's hands off my ears, because presumably they've been here this whole time. I go, yes, yes. What?
So he gives you a map to the fabled Happy Valley, and says, right, well, best of luck. Anything else, or can I go?
Oh no, enjoy your time in the kingdom.
Yes.
Wait, what's this? Oh, listen. I've got a favour to ask. And I know I am but a simple pig oiler, but I have many excellent qualities. And do you think Pigothy has a chance? He's been educated by the greatest squires in England.
Is he in the book?
Yes.
So he takes out an observer's book of princes, and there is Queen Petunia is there in the book, but he says, "Yeah, no, sorry, I don't have a pigothy."
Well, let me tell you a tale. Listen. Once upon a time, pigothy was in the book. Okay? But there was a printing mistake. You remember when on Alan, what's his face from the Garden program, and then they printed the map of England, there was no fucking Wales on it. Like, it's very similar.
Yes, Gwegothy. I'm sure we can fix it all up when we go back to the Druid afterwards to make sure we have all the papers in time. But for now, it sounds like it's quite urgent. So maybe Pigothy will set this one out.
Well, look, as far as the Queen is concerned, and the King for that matter, if they're in the book, they're eligible. So,
and how many of these books would you say that they own?
Every court functionary of my level and above is issued one.
Yes, everybody owns a copy of the Yellow Princes.
Way, very good. Well, it seems like you're not using it because Petunia's like the last one, innit? You literally said when we got here that you were out of nobles.
Yeah, so you
Give
want
me your
you
Yellow
want
Princes.
Oh, yeah, all right. What have you got to trade?
Damn. Not even for free.
Just some bullshit.
This is like just the calendar at the end of like 2024. It's like it's still on like reduced offer, even though it's completely useless.
Yes. I would like to say, listen, I have an item of very much importance that's also not very easy to transport. And also, I don't think it's really going to go down that well with this crowd. And that is the Bleed It Kosher Truss, which appears to be some sort of BDSM equipment.
Oh, wow.
You never know.
Is this also required for pig trading, or shall I not ask?
Listen, Timothy is my son, and Pigothy is the better son. And my wife had a certain predilection. Anyway, don't ask.
Lots of gossip going on in these pigs oiling things.
Right. So the Observer's Book of Princes for the Bleed It Kosher Trust, that is, he's happy to make that trade and put this behind him and put the Bleed It Kosher Trust in front of him.
And behind him. Right.
Sort of. And inside him, as it were.
X card.
Not on camera. It's just Foley at the background.
He's off. He is more than happy to rid himself of the last vestiges of Happy Valley as he goes off to start a new life somewhere else, somewhere far, far away from Happy Valley. But you now have a map to Happy Valley, and that in itself is a somewhat of a treasure because no one really knows how to get there, but now you do. So you may set off on the road to Happy Valley, should you like.
Absolutely.
Yes.
There's like a whole process of like a signpost in the ground of kind of like, Druid's medical facility and another place that's like the great unknown. And we're just like, it's been a while since we've taken a stroll around the great unknown, wouldn't you say?
Yes, let us go. I will say we must be careful. I hear rumours that if we're not tip top, happy smiles, we could be in for a lot of bother. So just everyone remember to smile. If anything, smile more. And it's like plastered a grin on my face, even though we're nowhere near there yet. I'm just practicing my grin.
Don't worry, my smile is always radiant.
All
right, so
liked that.
on the road to Happy Valley,
Mhm.
there are signposts along the way. You said to destinations other than Happy Valley, but the map actually points you to one such signpost, and this one says, north to south to Carisbrook, north to Castle Corleone, whatever. And but the map says look near the bottom of the signpost.
Oh.
And near the bottom of the signpost, you find that one of the signs that was meant to go on the signpost says Happy Valley, and it's just fallen off. And how Happy Valley became the lost Happy Valley. But you begin to wind your way up through the mountain passes and into Wales and into the Highlands of Wales. And let's see, roll a d6, anybody, and see what kind of encounters await you on the road.
Oh no.
You do it, Fiona.
I'm doing it. I take the lead as a leader of my. Oh, a 5 is what I got.
Okay. All right. So this will be for visual sake, Fiona, the Haluxian Mammoth.
Great. Yeah. All right. There you go.
What an enticing name. I
have a question. In the line of succession, where is the mammoth?
I think it's higher up than me for sure.
Shit.
All right, so these creatures are very large, and in this case, there are 3 of them grazing on the lichen and heather of the moors, and they are they seem startled by you. It's clear that this road is not used very often, and they're wary. Let's see. If you like, Fiona,
yes.
you can have a go with lorefulness to learn a bit of information. But of course, since you don't have it, that's a D4. It's a dangerous roll, so you don't have to.
I'm like, oh, it's a cousin. No, of course I want to roll. So I will roll a 1d4. That's a 3.
Okay.
3 total.
You that won't help you very much, but if anyone else is interested in Haluxian mammoths and want to apply any of your skills or training in order to know something about
I feel
them,
that you'd have animal husbandry is the stat,
Yeah.
Gregory.
Yes, a mammoth is essentially a large pig with a nose. We all know and understand this. I have both lawfulness and animal husbandry. It's very difficult to say with a speech impediment. Which one would you like me to roll, GM?
Up to you.
Okay, I shall roll a d12 for my animal husbandry.
Okay, so in this case, this is more of making nice with the mammoths and getting them to come to you, communicate with you, perhaps, whereas lawfulness would be more likely to give you information about them. Either one's fine. But
It looks startled.
Well, I have rolled a 9, so I would like to begin stretching out my oiling hands towards the mammoths, please.
Just ominously to the camera.
Okay, so the Haluxian mammoths are they seem calmed by your pig oil.
Good.
Your pig lube.
It's oil. It's specifically a hydrophobic capability. So therefore is not a lubricant, it is different.
So one of the mammoth says to you, hey, you want to buy a toenail?
Does this this toenail have any magical or medicinal properties which could befit a soon-to-be king who is also a pig?
Yeah, I mean the enchanter knows that the toenails of the Haluxian mammoths are prized for spell components and most especially as aphrodisiacs.
Okay.
Okay.
But what does the mammoth tell me though when I ask him? That's my question.
He says, "Yeah, the magic."
But look, okay.
Aldebert does not elaborate.
Yeah, cool. I think since I'm rather silly at naughtiness, I think that I should like to convince him to give it to me for the good of the kingdom.
Right. No money then.
Look at me, I am but a simple pig oiler.
All right.
But remember, Pigothy shall soon be king once Petunia dies. So really, it is very important to get in with the royalty before they ascend, and then they already owe you one.
Naomi, sadly, your attempt to skirt proper capitalistic functions has earned you a demerit from your headline entertainment.
Let's go.
Leaning over, and it's like the position of hand suggests that the conversation is in Sotto. It's not. My dear Gregory, if you're having slight issues obtaining the ingredients you need for the appropriate succession, I am in the position to be able to assist you, and you won't even need to pay me back in money. Just favors.
What could I, a simple pig oiler, offer you except the fealty of Pigothy, the soon-to-be king, when Petunia carks it?
Oh, in the grand cosmos of the universe, everybody has a purpose, and yours will just arrive at the time that I need to mention it to you. And in exchange, well, you can have one of my shiny, shiny gems.
And a toenail?
In exchange for the... apologies, sir. The explaining the mores of modern capitalism is a very complicated affair, but I'm more than happy to offer you one of the gems from my collection in exchange for your toenail.
He says, "Well, you can't have mine, but
the toenail, I suppose.
I've got a collection of me mate's toenails that what snuffed it."
Is
There
that
is
sort of allowed?
The smile does not leave, but there is the sound of slight cracking china. I see. Would that adjust the cost any?
I have a question. Does that fit with your funerary traditions? Is it not sort of like desecration of the body or something?
Shut up.
Damn.
Shut up!
I'm trying to make a living. In fact, I'm the foremost Haluxian mammoth nail dealer in this region. My name's...
Yeah, but did you kill the others, though?
My name's Ron, and these are Ron's Haluxian toenails, and he presents a panoply of various sized, all very large, like the size of large shields for you, toenails that are all stamped with Ron's.
You have not answered my question, which is how many of your friends did you put to murder to get their feet toenails shields?
So that's Ron's nails for all your shagging needs.
There is a flip over of a wooden sign kind of descends from the top third, despite in complete anachronism for the time period. There are light bulbs surrounding it that are turning on and off in alternation. Yeah.
And wait, what does the sign say?
Oh, it's the runs toenails.
Yeah,
TNT
all
right.
again.
Yeah.
Nathan, that will earn you a merit.
Oh, what? What?
I understand what this bastard's about. Okay, and I can. Well, since we've for the sake of the people listening to the recording, we've talked a little bit about merits and demerits. But what are the fabulous things that we can spend a merit on?
You may use them to cancel a demerit, particularly if there's an incoming demerit that is going to push you over into earning a beshrew, or you can spend one to buy yourself an extra die for a roll.
Okay, gotcha.
Nice.
We'll hold on to that for now.
So you have you've purchased one of Ron's. That's Ron's mammoth nails, and for 1 gem.
Mm-hmm. Can you throw in a shield armament attachment as well? It's so large, we need to make it sure it's possible to carry.
Oh well, I'm sure something can be done there for the proper remuneration, of course.
Okay, there is again a gleam in this horrendous vizier's eyes. Well, I would say that since we have bought on a first-time basis without even having to go through the previous accoutrement of like a trial period and so on, you would find it within your heart to go and throw in a bonus attachment for the sake of the progression of the royal line, wouldn't you say?
Right. Here's what we'll do. No extra charge for the straps, as long as you now consider yourself an endorser of Ron's.
Yeah.
And we'll spread the word about Ron's. That's Ron's mammoth nails on your travels.
How do you spell it?
I know that we don't necessarily talk about the nature of using our. I suppose I'm neither really strategic nor kamikaze Highlander for what that means. So the extent of bartering probably stops here. Aldebert extends an incredibly well manicured and rather pale hand. I suppose this makes it a deal.
Right. And remember, that's Ron's mammoth nails. There you are.
We both look at the camera and smile as the handshake is made. And because you said they're like shield sized, right? These nails, they're so massive. And just, there's like a little leather buckler kind of attached to it. So you can like slot it over your arm like a shield. And true to his word, he gives it over to Gregory, sorry.
Thank you. How dare you?
I should make sure I pronounce your name correctly, as somebody who tried to get in the line and failed. It needs to be noted, you see. But you should probably protect yourself out there. After all, they do apparently do horrendous things to people who don't quite have the appropriate smiles, and I'm not quite sure you have the funds for the dental work. So.
And how does one protect oneself?
Using there's a snap of the fingers and looking back at the beast as we like walk away from this store.
It's
protect
Ron's!
ourselves using Ron's magic
Runes. Ron's.
Right. All right. So you carry on down the road toward Happy Valley, and let's see. We need another. No, let's see. No, we don't. And at long last, you find yourselves looking down on the idyllic kingdom nestled in a green valley. The sounds of laughter, singing, and tenacious frolicking drift up from the lovely village with a beautiful fairy tale castle right at the center.
Gosh, it's so much nicer here. I'm guessing the clouds have parted as well, like a big beam of light around and everything. And there's like birds. And gosh, it's so much nicer than my kingdom. But well, that's good. Well, smiles on, and I've been practicing this whole time. I think during that business exchange, I've just been practicing my smile in like a puddle of water. So business goes over my head. So I'm just like,
I think
grin.
we need chat on smile management, actually.
Well, there's a degree of us as actors slipping the mask. Okay, yeah, chat. Keep us
keep us honest.
Task.
So,
unfortunately, some of the other members on the Royal Council did refute the beautification policy that I suggested we put through. But once we return from the affairs, if you would like the grass to be greener on our side as well, I can make sure they are appropriately dealt with.
Oh, that would be
smiling.
wonderful. Yes. No, that'd be wonderful. Yes. Well, spit-spot, shall we? Ha 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 ha. And I'll go and frolic myself down the hill.
Right. So there's a babbling brook running scenically right through the middle of the valley. And
can I slap the brook and tell it to speak sense instead of babbling?
Yes.
Sorry. I'm the worst player for this. I'm so sorry.
No, that's such a good piece of wordplay. I love that.
I was just waiting to see how exactly you were intending to do that. Is this?
Yeah, how are you doing that?
Well, I have a club with notches, so I've actually got a weapon.
Oh my God. That's poor Brooke.
Which gives me your +1 to valor.
All right.
Which I have.
So you can so what are you using? It sounded like authority. You're telling it, get with it. Stop.
Oh, I was going to use. Yeah, sure. You know what? Actually, can I use argumentation?
Oh, you want to argue with the babbling brook?
Just because I think. Listen, I've got that, and I don't have the other one.
All right, let's have it.
Yes, that is a D12 again.
Yeah, the balanced die. I'm looking forward to rolling one of the wild.
That's
die
a
options
D8.
there.
What's an 8? Sorry.
A D8, and I get a +1 for my club. Sorry, that's an 8, so it's a 9. Bleeding the heck, no D required.
It's all good.
Okay, so the babbling brook gets, and you've used your club of argumentation that has one notch for every argument you've won. You can chalk this up as another argument you've won with your club.
Incredible.
The brook stops babbling and says, "Oh, fuck off! Go talk to the willows."
No, because they're gonna whisper, and I can't be doing that. Or weeping, which is worse.
No.
Just tell him. Just tell me what I need to know, and I start hitting it.
You're in the wrong place, love, and I am going to report you.
Oh no!
You are being most uncheerful, and
no.
But nearby there's a copse of willow trees that are giggling.
Cops! No!
Nonstop.
No, I also immediately was kind of like, the police showed up, a moan, just a river just screams for help, and then suddenly the pigs show up. Damn.
Yeah.
Picathy's already here, and he is the next king of England.
So okay, this threat of the now smooth talking Brooke threatening to report us to the authorities.
I believe so, yeah.
Is there do we see like the water kind of like rise up, form like the silhouette of a very huffing kind of hands on hips kind of person, like I'm telling on you kind of behavior? Does it just start moving across down the riverbank?
A clipboard just appears.
Well, it does that, but it's forcing laughter into it all the time.
Like, true. It needs to maintain decorum.
How dare you! I shall report you now. And it's off. And it's no longer making any noise. The noise now is coming from the giggling willows nearby, and the road runs from there past a cemetery, and then on into the village itself.
Hmm.
Well, I would suggest my entourage, we should make haste, because I feel like the mask might slip even more. Ha ha ha. So remember, big smiles and ha ha giggles. Maybe we'll copy what the willows are doing. So ha 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 ha, and like do like a call and response to it with the willows as we pass through. Like,
Okay.
Oh, hello, please. Which one of you is the branch manager?
I'm not quite sure if that counts as a microaggression or not.
Pleased to meet you.
So, getting a sense for what is exactly happening with these willows, because it feels very unnatural.
yeah.
Is a well, could be a druidry thing, could possibly be a wisdom in the ways of science thing. So, if someone wants to see what's happening with those, you're welcome to, or you can just carry on.
Yeah, no, I would love to make a die roll about this because I have a strange feeling this is going to be important later.
Yeah.
As the wind blows through the trees and the sound of their very catty, gossipy laughter kind of carries through.
Nathan, I would like to hear the sound, please. Oh, very good.
Yeah. All that energy. You can hear the swish of like wine glass that isn't actually present but carries in the soundscape. There is a licked finger and then stuck up to the wind as Odilbert gauges the magic that is flowing through the air.
Nice.
I'm happy. I guess I framed this in a way that I'm I'm rather horse feathers at sorcery, actually, which is maybe a bad plan. But that's funny, so we'll stick with it.
Yeah.
All right.
We will roll the d8 of being rather horse feathers to use my magic knowledge to be able to understand what is going on. Now, anybody in this game can cast magic. There's usually a horrendous backlash for most people. The margin of error for enchanters is slightly less.
Slightly.
So that is a 6.
Okay.
I do have 2 separate pieces of boons, both my feather boa and my crystal ball give me improvements to sorcery. So that is an 8 in total.
It's giving
Very
labyrinth.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, your the wind at your command sweeps through the willow branches and comes back to you with the knowledge you seek. These trees are desperate to be allowed to weep once more. They just are afraid of being chopped down and after being found in violation of the Happiness Act. But your spell is strong enough that not only do you intuit that, but you know how to coax them back to their natural state. Which you can do with at a snap of your fingers, if you like.
Absolutely. We'll not do that right now because immediately a storm of lumberjacks will show up. I'm sure. We know that in the I should know this as your royal advisor, Queen Volusnow. But
that's
do you
me.
have a name for your kingdom?
Yes, of course I do. It's the kingdom of
Land it.
Volsnow.
Absolutely. I figured it might be, but I just wanted to double check before I committed it.
You were just doing a little test on me.
Just a little test. Oh, yes, you you got to know what kingdom you're part of, Pigothy.
But if my royal advisor, Ogbert, if you're able to change things up, maybe I'm not saying that we would need so, because maybe they'll naturally go back. But maybe if we need a distraction, if you maybe keep that in one of your top breast pockets, perhaps.
Of course.
Yeah.
I will keep it in mind. I will be able to use it at your command, Majesty.
Wonderful.
Okay, so Oldebert, you are not
Not just
not
yet.
to bring.
We're gonna use a
Okay.
special
All right.
tool to help us later, but we
Okay.
are gonna proceed. Did you say past the graveyard to get to the center of Happy Valley?
Cemetery, yeah.
A cemetery.
There is a cemetery, and there are a couple of fellows. Looks like they've just finished
mourning.
digging a grave
Mhm.
and are taking a break under the trees in the shade. And then past the cemetery, the road runs right down into the village itself.
I guess if we're passing by the cemetery, I don't necessarily want to go in, but because I'm aware that there have been some very missing royals, I just want a quick look over the gravestones and see if any of the names maybe
If all
match
of the
up.
gravestones have little crowns on them.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like some sort of like, any Royal Highness, RHR, that sort of thing.
Oh, sure, yeah.
It's one big grave with lots of smaller graves. For
Sounds
all
on it,
of
yeah,
the
just a
lots
mass
of stuff.
grave of royals. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you duck under the arch into the cemetery, and the cemetery is called the Happy Ending Cemetery. And you find that, yes, in fact, there are a number of fresh graves. The gravestones themselves, there's Prince Oswald, and in parentheses it says page 4 in the book, who had to fight an infantry division armed only with a copy of The Guardian. There is Prince Robin, page 19, who gallantly attempted to extinguish a fiery furnace by being thrown into it.
Gosh.
Prince Norbert, page 36, who had to wrestle a combine harvester. Prince Malcolm, who had to catch a VC-10 but dropped it. And there's an open grave for some newly dead tit.
Okay. Well, I turn back to the entourage and go, well, we now know where the missing royals have gone, but also we can have sort of a gander of what sort of challenges there are. And as we can see, they are quite not only specific, but also, what would papas call it? Really out there. So maybe we just be, yes, maybe, smiles
I
on.
believe they call it eccentric if you're rich.
Eccentric, yes. I mean, wild. But okay, well, mystery solved, part 1. Just caution everyone, including, and I take a big gulp, like to swallow my pride, but even you, Pigothy.
Pigothy snorts happily and rolls over so you can see his oily tummy.
I ignore it completely.
And I would like to call out and say, hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
Yeah, there's a lot of that about. How did this one cark it?
That one. He climbed the tallest tower in the castle and, armed only with his sword, jumped off it.
Wow!
That's not really a challenge.
The funeral's today, as a matter of fact.
Wow! And will all the royal family be in attendance?
Oh, most of the kingdom, all the important folk will be there, surely. Say, is that a Luxian mammoth nail?
It is indeed Ron's. I say, gliding into frame, no footsteps. Out of frame again.
And you look like some sort of wizard.
Oh, yes. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call myself a wizard, more of an advisor. I work magic in many different ways, you know.
Careful with the magic in the cemetery. The ghosts are restless.
Oh, don't worry. I've had my dabble in necromancy, and these days they won't return my calls. Was it something I said?
So I
don't get it. Me either. Keep laughing.
I got a question. What's wrong with the princess?
Oh gosh. Only that she's too perfect.
I call bullshit.
I mean, Gregory, a word, if you just a second.
Go on then.
So let me
No,
let me,
one.
let me level with you.
You said a word, you get one. Make it good.
A massaging of temples and a think for a second.
Well, while you're thinking,
Destabilization.
while you're thinking, you're interrupted by a bit of what's all this then?
Ooh.
As 4
Cops,
guardsmen
willows.
come tromping down the road. This is the Joyous Guard. This is King Otto's brute squad that patrol the streets in groups of 4, and they're all carrying maces, and the heads of the maces are painted with bright yellow smiley faces. And they say, "Right, what's all of this then? We've received word that there's a certain pig oiler who is engaged in unpleasantness and grumpiness and general crossness."
Oh, that sounds awful. If only I knew a pig oiler. But I am actually an oil pigger, which is a different thing.
That sounds so much worse. Okay, before above a table, because we like talking about safety tools and being open in the discussion therein. One of my personal lines and things veils rather than is police violence against unarmed / innocent people on camera. We as the PCs can defend ourselves, so I would rather if they try to turn smiley truncheons on just gravediggers, I will immediately beat the shit out of them before they can do so.
My plan was to run away like a coward.
Yeah, or if they just left, that kind of thing. But I will immediately defend anybody who's menaced by the police in this scenario. Just FYI.
These guys look aggressive and not super intelligent. It does look like they received some intelligence and they are here to jolly well follow it up. So it looks like they're ready to begin swinging maces at you guys, particularly at the pig oiler. But that's not to say that you couldn't talk your way out of it if you wanted to do that instead of doing something else.
Yeah. You got something, Naomi?
I'd like to offer a look over there. That's what I've got. So if anyone's got anything better, now's the time.
I mean,
I was the dob in the court official who gave us the information that he definitely should have.
He's not here though.
I think
this is true.
Yeah, I think I will part the sea of things, and then again with the sunbeam coming down, my hair sort of flows, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Hello, my name is Queen Petunia Volsnow. You may have heard of me. I am in the book. We were on our way. We seemed to got terribly lost. Would you escort us to the castle? We are on our way to see King Otto and the court, and we were hoping to meet with the young princess, if that is okay.
Okay, great. So it sounds like you're using authority to me, but
hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll use my authority, and then I know if it's because that's a D18. But I'll definitely showcase my my pedigree parchments as well. Like pay attention to me. It's only a +1 lawfulness, but it won't matter for this particular one. But I'll roll D18. Let's do that. Ooh.
D18, you say?
Yeah.
That's an unusual die.
Well, let's see. Well, I got a 3, so not that unusual.
Ideal. I think we're gonna have to gap it.
We'll find out.
Right. So they say, not buying it. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. You must already know, Queen Volsnow, that one of the things that your late father always established as a member of the royalty, and just as a word passed down to the rest of the kingdom, is to never speak to cops. And I am going to activate my spiffing serious ability to channel my element. So I believe every character class has like a big powerful move that they can do that is a D30 roll and will potentially go horrendously wrong. And if it goes horrendously right, that's also very fun.
All right, you got 3 to beat, so good luck.
Let me see. We are rolling one 30-sided die. Let's go. Oh my god. Okay. It is a 27.
Oh wow.
Bent.
pretty
So
good.
the element of my choice is bent and multiplied to my will. A barrage of fireballs or waves, gales in all directions, boulders on the wing. Yes. And I think this manifests as there is an extend of arms like wide as Odilbert like lifts into the air, eyes roll back into his head. There's like sound of thunderstorms going on, thunderclaps and everything. And then with a kind of like very whimsical, like flute, pizzicato kind of soundtrack, just a big windy like illustration of a hand just picks all 3 of us up. And
Can I
Pigathy, and your handmaiden. Sorry, go ahead.
can I add a suggestion? It's just a large vacuum cleaner. Just like
I mean, there's definitely is another option of the wind just lifts the cops from the scene. That's also, I'm fine with either. Do we want us to leave, or do we want the
Up to you. It's your roll, man. You rolled so high.
Sure. Yeah, no, I love the big illustrated hand feels in keeping, I think. So big windy illustrated hand just picks us up and literally like overarm flings us out of the scene at speed towards the castle town.
stunning.
Okay, well, that works a treat. Yeah, that's a
Nice.
massive
Good roll.
roll and a massive spell you've just cast. And so you are airborne and land. Well, you can land wherever you like. Do you want to land in the village? Do you want to land in the castle?
Yeah. I would love to. What scene to ask? What scene is going on that is maybe dramatic and or nefarious that we horrendously interrupt?
Like
being
break-
flooded
yeah,
with
break
the
funeral.
speed? Mhm.
Well,
The
There is
state
literally
fancy
a
dress
corpse.
funeral is in process.
The like in a parade coming out of town.
Incredible.
To the yeah.
Yeah.
Big funeral march shot, loads of pallbearers. Everybody is like dressed in black, but still smiling happily while weeping openly at the people who have passed. There's like an ordained priest or whatever that's saying, and now we shall have a mournful chuckle of silence for those who have passed away, and everyone's like, and in the middle of that silence, everybody except Odilbert lands quite gracefully in frame, and Odilbert face plants and skids along the floor at
Incredible.
speed, having consumed most of his magical ability to do that at all.
Incredible.
Right. Well, the state fancy dress funeral, everyone is in black, but also in costume. Really gay, bright colors and characters and
Oh my god, it's Pride.
and they are many people who've traveled from outside the valley to attend, or from around the valley to attend, and you have you see that this is a happy occasion, and the dashing prince, who is now dead, lies dashed on the traditional huge black-edged whoopee cushion in the middle of the great hall of the castle. And
Can Pigathy land on the whoopee cushion? But just like, it's not like a hit, it's like just a really slow, long deflate. Just like,
I mean, with
slow.
Odilbert's mastery of the wind, I think can land wherever you want.
Everybody lands in the dramatic scene of their fashion of choice. It's just Odilbert who eats shit upon entry.
Well, you see King Otto the Wise is sitting at his Hammond organ and playing a very strange tune and singing along with it. There's Queen Syllabub who's there as well, and Princess Mitzi Gaynor, and many, many other people. But all of it stops as soon as you land, and everyone turns. They can tell that it is Adalbert who's done this. And so everyone, all eyes turn to you. Things are silent, and
give me just 1 minute. It is my pleasure to introduce to the Happy Valley Kingdom Court the one and only, the radiant and eternal Her Majesty Queen Petunia Volsnow.
Oh, that's me. You remembered. And tossed off my hair.
I didn't have to look at my lips.
And also Pigafy,
Oh, yeah.
who is next in line if Petunia dies.
I really wish you wouldn't keep mentioning that in front of everyone.
well, Adalbert, despite your pristine manners,
Excellent Herald
you
Green.
are going to earn a demerit, because that
no.
the head of light entertainment feels that was a very good opportunity to get the word out from the sponsor.
True. I'm not the one carrying the shield, but yes, or toenail, I suppose.
Oh, do I get the demerit? I'll take the demerit.
No, I would get the demerit for not that.
Yeah.
The spiel, I get you. I'll hold on to that demerit. I won't cancel it.
But but on the other hand, your introduction was very fitting. You did the right thing. It's just this particular head of light entertainment wants a very specific
I thought I was going to get got for anti-monarchy there, but there we go. I guess it's probably a different hole. That would be
completely different one.
So King Otto the Wise is the only one in the room who's not smiling. He, despite the fact that he rules over the Happy Valley and has the Happiness Act, and he is actually a pretty grumpy old git himself. And he says, "What are you doing? We're trying to bury this tit."
We didn't mean to interrupt. So sorry. And I'm so sorry for. And I look around and everyone is so smiling. Like, your loss, I guess. But we've come from so far away because we thought we'd love to meet the wonderful princess. And I sort of again, big Barbie smile that definitely goes up towards the tops of the cheeks. Hurts, really hurts. And I do a little wave towards the princess. But please carry on.
Queen Saliba pops up, and she's a gracious, randy, shrewish old bird. Who is tall and shrill, and she says, "Are you a royal?"
You noticed I've got a crown on, so yes, I am. And I've got some. I'll show across my documents, which but basically it's just page after page of the family tree, and there's definitely me. And then I assume at some point there has been a Gwegothy has added Pigothy somewhere underneath.
Charcoal,
yeah.
It's not the name. It's just a drawing of a pig.
Yeah.
Are you unattached?
Well, I mean the entourage, sorry, comes with me, but I'm completely unattached to them.
So she and Mitzi Gaynor give each other a knowing glance, and and Mitzi Gaynor herself, she's got bright curly locks, blonde locks, and you see her wooden teeth shine with freshly applied varnish, and she has her beloved dog Herman on a lead with her, who she goes nowhere without. What is Naomi? Or Gwegoi's animal husbandry?
Oh.
Yes.
At the moment,
it is a D12.
Right. Well, you're not silly in animal husbandry, so you are able to tell, and looking, that Herman is dead.
That's what's wrong with her.
That doesn't stop Princess Mitzi Gaynor from doting on her beloved Herman. I guess the rest of you kind of maybe don't notice. Depends on how attuned you are to animals, or perhaps wise in the ways of science. So
we're high science, but we're also about furiously elbow rubbing with other royalty to get the leg up for the queen. So.
Status, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. We're locked in.
Yeah, exactly.
And the king says, "All right, well, funeral's over anyway, because the fart. So feast, dance, everyone." And he goes on with this song. He's playing his Hammond organ and doing a very strange song. It's just sounds like pew bow fing fa-dang bow. It's and everyone's singing along with it, and it's hideously, monstrously mad, to the point that you're all going to have to make a more or less a save.
Oh no!
So you can try your purpose to kind of hold it together in the face of this madness, or you try bardistry to kind of tune it out with your musician's ear, or if you have other suggestions, I'm open to that. But your very sanity is being assaulted by the strangeness of the scene.
Did you say that this is resisted with purpose?
Yes.
I am apparently indifferent to purpose, which means this is a damage track I'm immune to. So Adalbert just stands there, like stock still maintaining the smile, and is just like, internally, I hate this, but I'm not going to let them know.
You've seen weirder.
Yeah. I have a D14 in purpose, so I will roll that. I know I'm getting all the fun dice. Right. Oh, a 13. That was what I got.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I would like to use my animal husbandry. I will hold Pigafy by his gentle face and look into his sweet little eyes, and that shall soothe me deep in my soul, as I know it's not about my purpose. It's about Pigafy's purpose as the future king of England.
Okay.
Is that acceptable?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm convinced.
Don't think anyone else is. That's...
Oh, I've rolled a 1.
Oh no!
It's mechanics.
That's a natural one, right? Oh no!
You accidentally put the wrong end of Pigothy in your face, and fail miserably. You are going to take 1 bit of loony.
Oh, very good.
For this, and you will incur a demerit for having.
Hell yeah!
For having spammed, and then you move your animal husbandry die down toward the silly 1 degree. So next time you'll roll the smaller die.
A D10 for you, Naomi, now.
Yes.
Oh.
You're at 2 demerits, right?
I am.
Okay.
I need to speed up the process.
So Queen Syllabub threads her arm through yours, Queen Petunia, and says, "Hello, cousin.
Hello, cousin.
So this is so nice to meet on such a happy occasion.
Yes, so happy, really happy.
What say we tack a wedding onto this funeral?"
I mean, you've already got the space booked, I guess. Yes, I would. Well, I mean, I'd love to meet Princess Mitzi just to make sure she's happy with the arrangement. But yes, absolutely. I mean, I will say, if I may, not to put a dampener on the mood, because we wouldn't want that. The previous royals, obviously, have all hadn't got up to snuff, as it were, with your husband. I just wondered if you've got any
tips. Have been snuffed. That was the whole point.
Thank you. But I guess, is there any help? Any tips for impressing your partner, paramour?
Oh, he doesn't want her married off. Is the problem.
Oh.
So he presents these tests that are lethal and impossible. Perhaps you could propose your own test.
Right. Yes. I'm sure I've got plenty in my back pocket.
Your own heroic test that will prove you worthy of Mitzi's hand. Mitzi! And she dawdles over, and she's dragging Herman on a lead. And She is. She seems mostly not much going on upstairs with Mitzi. She's mooning around and smiling and very happy and says, "Hello."
Oh, hello, Mitzi. My name is Petunia, and well, I thought, what a beautiful smile you have, and you pretty much look very all together, which is good stuff.
Are you in the book?
I believe I am. I think I might be on the very last page, the entry.
Oh, do you? Are we going to be betrothed?
Well, we can be if you would like that. I mean, I would very much like that. I hear so many wonderful tales of how your beauty reigns amongst even the sunbeams of this place.
In like almost picture in picture, or like a word cloud, there's a mild flashback to some of the walk on the way over, and Adalbert is like, so here is how much money they have.
Okay, yes, that's good.
And how much power and how much.
Yeah, and you know, it's a very good holiday location. You could like the castle is all very whimsical, but I think if you kind of turned it into something like a timeshare, like an Airbnb,
Right, yes, yes.
stacks on stacks on stacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Well,
Merit.
Merit for Nathan.
Oliver.
And that kind of clears away, as you know exactly how much cash you can get from this political play.
I love it. Yeah, I sort of go, yes. Well, maybe at some point we could sit down with my advisor and talk business. He's got a head for numbers. I don't personally, but yes. Would you like to?
Oh, is that a Holotian mammoth toenail?
It is.
Ooh, and this is Queen Saliba, not Mitzi Gaynor. You see her eyes light up. She is. Ooh, I'm all out of me toe rub.
Listen. I understand. It's hard being a queen in this day and age. The husband, he gets tired, doesn't he?
Well,
It's
yeah.
rubbish.
The problem is it's not hard.
Yeah. Listen. You want your daughter married. I understand it's difficult for a queen and a princess, but what if she married for true love?
In the middle background, like in your line of sight, Adalbert is holding up like a cardboard sign that's like, mention the brand. But he's not saying anything, and is waiting for you to say it to her. Yeah.
I think you flip over the sign and it's got Ron's in big letters, and I lift the pig in the way of the sign of the Ron, such as Pickathy.
Oh no!
He's a beautiful suitor with many great strengths, and he is in the book because I can show you. And I've just drawn a pig on it.
Stop! You have ruined a perfectly good advertisement. You will earn a demerit forthwith.
Oh no!
Oh no!
3 demerits.
What happens now? How many demerits do you have?
I have 3.
Well, you have earned yourself some condign chastisement, and you will be rolling a d30 on the Beshrumet's table to see what happens to you.
Well, let me tell you, as an RPGer, it is my right to say capitalism's balls, and I will not engage with it.
Goodbye, Pickathy. That's what I'm saying.
And I have rolled an 18.
Oh shit! All right.
That's good, perfect.
Yeah.
The reaction you want from Life of Entertainment.
Okay. This is going to be yes. All right, and I need a D10, please.
Oh,
a D10.
Double dice rolls.
Oh, 5. A perfectly middling roll.
Maybe you'll survive.
No. Maybe we'll all die, and Pickathy will be finally able to take the throne of England.
It's only 5 Yetis that storm the set.
This is then a. All right. Well, suddenly the scene ends, or the scene is interrupted by hello and hello there, and welcome to Man About Town, where I go about town and find those people on the street to try my new products. I am Bill Devious, and this is today I have Vomit brand. Sorry, no, that's not. I have Anthrax brand. Anthrax brand household goods, and boy, there is nothing quite like Anthrax brand. You, sir, I see that you're enjoying some Anthrax brand Turkish samarvi.
These Anthrax brand actually came in a lovely set of envelopes, which is how I like to receive my Anthrax.
Fabulous. Wonderful. You know, that's the fabled delicacy of the Kublai Khan. Don't be put off by its appearance. That's Anthrax brand Turkish samarvi. And you there, I see that you are testing out the Anthrax brand Atom Clean carpet cleaner. Don't be put off by its smell.
Of course, I try and make sure that my house is spick and span, and any visitors are welcomed and disinclined to leave.
And what is it about Anthrax brand Atom Clean carpet cleaner that makes your house so spick and span?
Oh, well, it's about the efficiency, really. It kills 99.9% of germs and generally most human life. I may be dead inside, but my spirit is filled by using Anthrax brand atomizer cleaning.
Fantastic. That's Anthrax brand. And finally, you there.
Hello.
It looks as though you are testing out an Anthrax brand Regency commode. Tell us,
yes,
how does it accommodate you?
Oh, well, it accommodates me
very nicely. Do you find it commodious?
I do indeed. Yes, there's definitely an
excellent hat.
Yeah, it's very much so. There's definitely a very clean smell. Everything just disappears. It's amazing.
Fantastic. And that's the Anthrax brand Regency commode. So remember, for all your household goods, that's
Anthrax brand commercial goods. Where's my money?
Sorry,
I'm
cut.
not paid enough for this.
Sponsored by Ron's.
Cut. Let's one more time. People as one. Thanks. That's one more time for all your household needs.
We need to join a union real bad.
That's
Ron's. Anthrax brand.
Let's try that again. All right, let's roll it. That's
Ron's.
All right.
Anthrax brand.
You
can we actually I'll cut to commercials so I can take a comfort break and gain some water. Actually, I'm dying.
Yes.
That's all right. All right, we'll get to do a quick comfort break on that front then. I'm just checking.
Yeah, perfect time for a commercial break.
All right, thank you guys so much. We'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes where we'll then finish off this rest of this adventure. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this so far, please go check out the Monty Python official role-playing game. And yeah, we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. See you then.
See you in a bit.
There we go. We are back. Yeah. We are back. Hello. Thank you for joining us once again for this incredible live stream. Oh, I can hear myself, which is always scary. It's nice to know that
there's
stream works.
Nothing like voice jamming.
Thank you so much for coming to join us again for the second part of our Monty Python RPG stream. So please, if you enjoyed this, go check out the link in the chat to get your own copy. That's montypythonrpg.com. Right. Back on with the show. I'll hand it back over to our head of light entertainment, Brian.
Or rather, Sir Abe Sappenheim.
Sir Abe Sappenheim. Yes, absolutely.
Who has just issued a very severe beshreumment to one of our participants. But on we go. The the lovely Princess Gaynor very much wants to be married, and it doesn't matter so much who, as long as they're in the book. And her mother, Queen Saliba, very much wants to have her married to any royal will do. And her father, the good and wise King Otto, doesn't so much want her to be married, and places lethal and nigh impossible tasks on any potential suitors. So our party, having nominated their own, perhaps two of their own, to be a suitor, now must come up with a suitable task that will prove the worthiness of either Petty or Pigothy, and convince the king that it will, in fact, that it qualifies as a deed, and then it's off to the nuptials.
Okay.
Since there's been a jump in time or location after the enforced ad break from our head of light entertainment, are we like in the Kingsley Court situation, a chat one-on-one? Are we still rubbing elbows at this post-funeral celebration?
Yeah.
I think that the Queen will be welcome. Queen Petunia is welcome to go wherever she likes because she's in the book.
Yes.
I think as her middle-class advisor, you would be tolerated. I think the pig oiler is probably going to be. They would prefer if she headed back out into the village.
Well, I am both immune to authority and subtlety. So if they don't say it, nothing's happening, and I'm coming with.
So you're making everyone a little uncomfortable, but nobody is. Nobody's showing it. Nobody's showing it.
No one's saying anything.
Oh, good.
Just for a change.
Good.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Yes. Oh,
Just
good.
like
Your
being at
pigs
home.
just had a lovely chat right there on the carpet. Wonderful. We love that.
I think I will turn to my advisor Ogbert, and I'm like, so obviously you need to come up with a challenge of sorts. But I was wondering, Ogbert, you're obviously, we have a vested interest, you and I, to get married here and stuff. I just wondered, how willing are you to help me with your magics? Are you, do you feel like if I was going to throw something, maybe your magic could help it go further or something like that?
Do you want to cheat?
Your Royal Highness, are you asking your lowly servant, your royal advisor, to help you go beyond into fantastical endeavors? You would ask me to cheat for you?
I feel like cheat is a bad word. I see it as just furthering the monarchy in the ways of the a proposed agenda.
That I absolutely agree with, darling.
Just every so often, like every time you smile, I just recoil ever so slightly. I just wanted to check because it will help me think of a very good challenge if I know what assets, so to speak, are on.
Well, I mean, not that I really have the eyes to judge, but I would say that all your assets in general would be the envy of anybody across the kingdoms.
And Pigothy!
Yes,
I'm glad Pigothy has good taste.
Like we're doing the whole thing.
But I do say that it would be a fabulous feat for a royal such as yourself to be able to commune with nature so much so that you could make a tree feel a strong change of emotion on command.
I see. Okay. Yes. I have something which is absolutely, as my papa would put it, buck wild, that I could do. But I feel like, I don't know, it could go for two ways. So it's nice to have a backup challenge just in case. But yes, I've got an idea.
I will say that if you do happen to fail the first challenge, you would probably cease to be. Although I will, and for the first time in this entire program, Adalbert is not smiling.
Oh.
If they lay a hand on you, then no one shall survive.
Right. Well, that sounds like a plan C.
And Pigothy should be
Excellent.
next in time for the throne.
You'll be the first. Anyway.
Okay. Well, I will go.
You see a couple of courtiers that are there celebrating what they assume is going to be a betrothal ceremony, followed by the wedding itself. See a few of them look over when you drop the smile, but couple of joyous guard members are, what was he doing over there? Good.
I'm sorry, there was something in my teeth for a moment.
Oh, wonderful.
I will. Well, good luck to me, I guess. So cross all your fingers, ha 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 ha. And I will make my way towards King Otto to try and get his attention.
All right, he's hammering away on the Hammond organ, entertaining the guests. It is excruciating to listen to. So yeah.
Your Royal Highness, I do like a very curtsy bow. The light still hitting my hair, toss as I come down. I wonder if I may have a word with you a little bit about your lovely daughter, Princess Mitzi, if I may.
Does that mean, I suppose I'll have to stop playing my Hammond organ?
Yeah, you can carry on as long as I have your undivided attention.
It's new. It's just out this year.
Oh, it's very
Hammond organ, you say?
Oh, yeah. This is my
Again,
advisor.
sliding into frame.
20. Yeah, it's a brand new model, just out this year.
It's very very bold.
Thanks. Yeah, all right. What?
So I hear that the wonderful princess is available for courtship and a speedy wedding, and I would like to ask you for her hand in marriage, as I believe that is the want to do.
So Mitzi has Princess Mitzi Gaynor has come in, and she's slid her arm through yours and says, "Ooh," and says, "Oh, is she in the book?"
I'm on the very last page. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, you'll have to perform a task to prove your worthiness.
Yes, I actually thought of one. In case you would, I'd appreciate you've probably run throughout your little list of challenges. So I do have one.
Right. What?
It's the challenge is to make you laugh harder than you ever have in your entire life.
Well, there's no consequences if you fail.
It's more of a test one, I guess. But it gets you on side.
You can jump off her head.
No.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the headsman, you'll be on the block, and the headsman there. If I laugh, then he doesn't swing, and if I don't, right.
Choppity choppity, let's get spoppity.
Great. Yep, that's fair. I better tell this joke really well then. So yeah, I sort of toss my hair back and I lie on the block, which is probably very blood-stained.
In the back of frame, we can see me putting a little crown on Pigothy and oiling him in preparation.
Okay. So Papa told me this joke. Hopefully, it'll translate between kingdoms. What is the difference between a giraffe and a hydraulic crane? Oh, I've said the joke slightly, but never mind. I'm so nervous.
What?
Well, one of them has hydraulics, and the other has hydraulics.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
It is pretty good.
I don't think it's enough to save my head, though.
I don't know. He seems like a simple guy.
Are teamwork roles a thing in this game? Like, can I assist?
Well, how would
The
you
air
do that?
trick. Yeah, do the air trick now.
So well, because I cast the grand magic, it doesn't work again until a different session in the future, so I cannot pull that trick again. But what I do have on hand is a bright pink feather boa that adds to glibness, which I assume is the kind of like telling jokes stat. But also, I'm willing to just like shadowy in back of frame, like an ominous, like sleep paralysis demon, just start tickling him with the feather boa to make him laugh.
Amazing. Yeah.
Really
Okay.
good.
All right. So his deep chuckle is now turning into a belly laugh. But can you just push him right over the edge? Naomi.
Yeah. So,
me?
yeah.
Gregory.
You're gonna help me.
Oh, Gregory.
I think what your contribution will be.
I want her to die so Pigothy can be king. I mean,
Did I say that out loud? Oh no!
I throw the pig on the large circle with the balloon.
Whoopee cushion.
The whoopee cushion, so it makes a noise.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So just at the time of the punchline,
Oh,
I
right.
I throw the pig and it's like, "Bah!"
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
not but a simple churl, and that's what I have to offer.
Okay.
Sorry.
He is.
The way Brian is not impressed.
No. No, it's very good. It's quite a an antic. Let's see. I'm gonna.
Oh no!
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
rolling.
yeah.
Rolling is happening.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I have a plan to defend you, O Queen.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
doing the hand actions. I'm like hydraulics, and then I'm just doing that.
while kind of lying
on the
in
side, yeah.
guillotine.
Okay, so that has succeeded. He is rolling around on the ground, laughing, and to the point of passing out and seeing stars, and he's cramping up and telling people, just stop, oh, it's too much, the bollocks, and the pig on the So finally, when that's finished, he's done, and he's just wiping tears. He's got several, aftershock episodes where he thinks of it again and starts laughing and says, wow.
I wish I knew
Classic.
what a giraffe was.
Or
A hydraulic crane.
And he says, great. So, yeah. So is it you or the pig?
I look to Gregory, and I sort of think for a moment that this could be my chance to steal. And I go, actually, it's a joint offer. Myself and the pig. We come as a package.
Is the pig in the book?
Yes! I open the book and I've drawn the pig in excellent sort of lino cut style medieval
Detailed shading.
artistry.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Black letter, the works.
Yeah.
That might need a little help convincing him.
Oh.
Well, I have fingerless
So?
gloves of +1 bardistry, and I can roll a d4. What could possibly go wrong?
Well,
But
I
I
think
could use argumentation.
you could try arguing. It's a little dangerous to argue in Happy Valley, but you mentioned your fingerless gloves. I mean, that's subtlety, and this is a bit of chicanery. I mean, you're pulling a fast one, so subtlety is a good role here.
I am indifferent to subtlety.
Oh, you are? Okay, so no good.
Yeah.
So I just say, the pig!
Oh.
Because that is my option.
And what about Odalbert? Is there anything that you want to do to
So,
make this pig a convincing royal?
mhm.
You don't have to.
No, I know. And technically, Gregory owes me a favor, but so am I allowed to spend merits on other people's behalf?
The rule book states that the head of light entertainment must never catch the participants sharing merits.
A difficult thing to do when we are not in the same physical space, but that is fine.
Right.
Can I suggest something?
Mm-hmm.
I look at the Queen and I say, I'll throw in the mammoth tooth.
Oh, the toenail.
Ooh.
The mammoth toenail.
Mm.
You
mean Ron's elixir?
No! It's Ron's. It's a genuine Ron's mammoth tooth.
Absolutely,
toenail?
my dear. If you see on the back, there is an engraving. Wait, no. Sorry, this is your moment, Gregory, and again drifts back out of frame again.
Right. Oh, and Queen Saliba in particular begins smacking her husband on the back. You do it. You must. It's Ron's. And so he is. All his defenses have been torn asunder.
This woman, her rumpy pumpy.
You've made him. You've accomplished the task that you set forth, and then you convinced him that the pig is in fact a royal and worthy. And with a bit of bribery, with the Ron's aphrodisiac mammoth toenail.
Amazing.
And as all good stories should, this one ends with a wedding and a happy one. And I'm not sure, is Queen Petunia actually participating in this, or is she gonna let Pigothy rule?
Absolutely not.
Asking
Okay.
the table, do you want the Queen Mitzi to survive this, or Princess Mitzi to survive this encounter?
I like the idea that you marry the princess and Pigothy marries the dead dog.
Perfect. Yeah.
And, and then the dead dog and the pig go away, and she's like, oh no, I have to go with them. And you're like, oh, don't worry, I'll look after the castle while you're gone.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just send them to a farm upstate and they're fine.
No, I say I'll join you at our estate. We'll do the royal tour, but I'll follow behind, and then just like, okay, Ogbert, let's get cracking, and then bulldozer comes in.
Absolutely, like it's a beautiful montage of a very picturesque wedding. Everybody's smiling, and maybe for this one moment, it feels maybe barely genuine of the smiles of everybody in the audience. And then we get to this shot in a very royal kind of like a political room where there is a contract being signed. For in the medieval era, the idea of a prenup is not a thing that exists.
No.
And the moment that Mitzi signs on the dotted line, because I've not involved my retainer yet, because I wanted to wait for a good moment to do so. As this is all being signed, Adalbert opens up the big long ominous robe that he has, and inside there is a porcelain doll.
Oh no.
His homunculus Villanetta. As the last bit of signing is done, Adalbert says, "Oh, well, now this has gone through. Villanetta, take the shot." And Villanetta pulls out a crossbow that I have in my inventory, and this tiny little assassin puppet, in this moment of pure bliss, genuine happiness, shoots Princess Mitzi Gaynor in the back.
Oh my word! Ron-sponsored crossbow.
But the contract was signed, and that means that Queen Petunia now rules the kingdom, or at least will when Otto and Saliba die, which won't be long, because the kind of exertion that they're going to get into with Ron's
toenail,
with Ron's toenail fueling their dalliances, they're not going to last long. So before you know it, Queen Petunia will ascend to the throne of the happiest kingdom in the world, and hopefully we'll make it somewhat less happy.
We'll have unhappy days just to give us a break. My cheeks hurt.
Yeah.
And Pigothy and the dead dog have their own little kingdom, which is mostly mud and I lived there very happily.
Aw.
Right.
Yeah.
And there you have it. That is Monty Python's Cocurricular Medieval Reenactment program. And as you surely gleaned, you can see that this is historically accurate. And I'm hoping that you learned a great deal. I mean, sure, we had a tittle or two, but I'm hoping that you learned a good deal about medieval history and medieval England.
I learned a great joke.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I did spoil it slightly because I was nervous.
No. I will hear nothing against it. It was perfect.
Great. Amazing. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching the stream of this Monty Python co-curricular medieval reenactment program. Thank you so much to Brian, doing an amazing job as our head of light entertainment. Thanks to the players as well. We're going to go round once again. We're going to start with Brian. Then we're going got your coconuts as well. Amazing. We're going to go with Brian, then Naomi, then Nathan, then myself, just to do our little bit of outros, where we can find you if you wish to be found on the internet, any projects you got coming up, etc. And so we'll start with Brian, our wonderful head of light entertainment. Where can we find you?
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me and having such a good go. You guys really dove in and made it fun. So thank you for that. I am at Crowbar Creative on most social media platforms, and my website is crwbr.com. So just Crowbar without the vowels. And Monty Python's Cocurricular Medieval Reenactment program with all of its accoutrements, including coconut dice rollers and the head of light entertainment screen with interchangeable heads and fetch et lavache, this whole separate chaotic board game thing, and lots of other accoutrements. The dice.
Wait, so the coconuts and the figure of the head of light entertainment are part of the
everything.
Okay.
Everything. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, we have 18 heads of light entertainment. So these are interchangeable as you heads of light entertainment get sacked or killed or whatnot.
Stunning.
So
Nice.
So all of that is available for pre-order at MontyPythonRPG.com, and it's published by Exalted Funeral, so their site has lots of stuff too. So if you enjoyed it, everything is orderable and will be arriving in the next month or 6 weeks or so.
Yeah. And keep a check out for other other streams Brian will be on as well. I know Game Master Mondays has obviously done their own show of it of the Monty Python. So please go check them out. We've had a lot of fun here tonight. So yeah, check them out, the Crowbar Creative, and I'm sure there'll be more announcements when other streams are coming up which feature the wonderful Brian. So yeah, thank you so much, Brian. Next up, Naomi, please.
Hi, I'm Naomi Clarke. You can find me all over the internet at Naomi Thinks It. You can find the show that I wrote. If you have had enough giggles and you want something horribly sad, you can listen to The Secret St. Kilda. And if you want to see me being your favorite chicken nugget wizard, Monty Barker, you can go to Realms Pod. And if you would like to see Handless Hiker in the Heart, which I also produced and sound designed, you can see that at Ron, Rock, and Deckard. And I'm all over the internet doing more silly stuff like this. Take it away, Nathan.
Hiya. Once again, I've been your androgynous android late night DJ, Nathan Blimes. I've been playing the world's best queer-coded Disney vizier, Odilbert Sinister.
Just for a change.
I play to an archetype, what can I say? If you would like to go and see more of the nonsense that I like to involve myself in, you can stay within the OneShot podcast network and listen to Campaign Skyjacks, where you can hear me as Captain Oromar Vale. You can also go and play the games that I've written at theneoncaster.itch.io if you want tabletop RPGs about anime nonsense and queer community.
Heartbeats and Sync is very, very good.
Heartbeats and Perfect Sync is very, very good. I agree. I was also a performer on Till Death Do Us Heart as Velvet Monte Carlo, the heart-blooded witch that could make all of your dreams come true. You really, really don't want that. Thank you so much for having me.
Brilliant. And last but not least, it's me. Hello, everyone. My name is Fiona. When I'm not marrying royals left, right, and centre and being in competition with a pig and then saying a terrible joke that I did spoil, you can find me on What Am I Rolling, which is a twice-monthly tabletop RPG one-shot podcast, which does lots of different game systems. We sometimes have guest GMs on, just like Brian here, running the Monty Python for us on this live stream, and we do lots of interviews with game designers as well. If you're like Fiona, this was really fun, but it's too silly or too serious. I only care about the Dungeons and the Dragons. They had a birthday recently, and I'm like, well, I also do the DM's Book Club, which is a weekly book club podcast where we talk about some Dungeons and Dragons and discuss how we might include it in our role-playing campaigns. We read the books so that you guys don't have to, and we talk about
you can see me doing clerics on it.
Yeah, Naomi does clerics on it as well. So yeah, so we cover a whole wide-ranging topics as well. So it is something for everyone, and we also talk about a lot of other RPG systems on it as well. So it's not just D&D. Thank you for checking out this amazing stream. Again, if you want to grab your own copy of the Monty Python, there is the link again in chat. That's montypythonrpg.com to get the pre-orders, as Brian was saying. Please check out more stuff on the OneShot Podcast Network. We're going to be doing some more live streams throughout the year. We're thinking about doing another Patreon drive in June, I believe. But just you should go check out all the shows on it. As Nathan said, we've got Skyjacks, we've got OneShot, we've got the Ultimate RPG Podcast, we've got loads of different ones on it, including What Am I Rolling as well. So we very much appreciate you, anyone that comes and listens, because we like to put amazing content out there and tell different stories. When the world is a little bit dark and gloomy, why not be a little bit silly? It's all so good. All right, friends, I'm going to awkwardly wave at the screen until I find the end is screen button. So I will encourage the rest of the class to do that as well. Whilst we wave and we say goodbye for now, friends. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace out.
Bye.